Hello? David? Kyle? Hello? I can hear the recording in progress thing, but can't hear you.
Microphone inserted. I can hear the
Hello?
All right.
Oh, I hear you.
I hear you, my brother.
Loud and clear. How you doing,
Just
man?
doing all right, man. Doing all right. I just turned my volume up in my headphones, and like I got this deep baritone of a voice rumbling through my through my ears now. I'm like, oh, hello.
Yeah, dude, my voice is meant to be heard, so you can't have me muted. It's not how this thing works.
No, indeed, good sir. No, indeed. Whew, how's things going?
Oh, things have been good, man.
Yeah.
Our computer took a nice crap about a week ago, so
Oh,
it was
that's
like
fun.
it's about 7 days or so of just walking through the corridors of my mind, which can be a fun, lonely, but also exciting place.
That's a fair statement. I believe it. I
And
believe it.
honestly, and this is going to be the most positive thing that I say in this entire podcast.
Mhm.
It just because it's that positive.
Yeah.
My mom was like, so was it like a down week, like, like mentally? And I was just like, honestly, like it was just a boring week. It wasn't a down week.
Yeah.
Because I refuse at this point to even like if you even like tap into like, oh, it's a down week, like, oh, I've been like low mentally, like
Mhm.
you're just fueling a flame that doesn't even need the fuel.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at currently,
Yeah.
and it's a different place, but these are choices that we have to make.
Sure.
Because saying it's a boring week is like, you know what, it's fine, like we'll get through it, like, next
Yeah.
week won't be a boring week, but like
Yeah.
going with a down week is like, oh, like, there's something wrong. There's the thing that was wrong was David wasn't feeling well, the computer was broken, but things will, those things those are fixable things.
That they are.
So that's the most positive thing I got. Now let's enter the darkness.
Oh. Is there some darkness going on in your life, my brother?
No, honestly, really,
No?
like no, like, dude, I went to a rave on Friday called
Oh.
Electric Daisy Carnival, also known as
Oh.
EDC. That was some
EDC. Okay.
darkness. Yes. That if you want to talk darkness, we'll just start there because
Oh gosh.
Emily was like, hey, some of my friends are going, like I've always wanted to go. And like I said, the computer wasn't working and David wasn't
Yeah.
feeling well. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna say no and just be, the lamest guy in the room, that's just not my style. So I was like, yeah,
No.
dude, tickets were very expensive. And I'm used to like, when you go to, go to a concert, I'm used to
Yeah.
musicians being there. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying that these people aren't musicians because they're very talented, like producers, and
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there's just a difference in going to a festival in a field with thousands of people and somebody is hitting spacebar on their computer to play a track. And I'm not saying that's all they're doing, like,
Yeah.
because they're quote unquote mixing up there. I don't know what
Yeah.
that means though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't like if it was me, I would have everything in my set completely planned before and
Right.
still act like I'm like moving knobs up there. And because
Yeah.
I'd make sure it was flawless beforehand, and then I'd be doing like handstands and like turning knobs, and they'd be like, "Oh my god, he's mixing."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's sometimes what I feel is happening.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it was actually a really good time. Like this thing it's literally a carnival. They've got like carnival rides and
Huh.
yeah, it's crazy. Like dude, the stage, like it seemed like it was hard for Emily to even describe to me what was going on. So I was like,
Interesting.
Yeah, like that's how much there's going on visually that I'm just, missing out on, because like this stage was just constantly moving like to the music, like there was like a lotus tree like design and like an owl, and there's literally like crazy stuff happening for like this visual experience, like while the lights are just absolutely insane. And that's something like I could actually appreciate, which was cool, because like there's just constant, well, I say appreciate, but I honestly can say, like, because that's just me being positive. They were also very annoying because they're just coming at me from all directions in different colors, like the entire night. And then there's just thousands of people that you're just trying not to like have walk into you. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, had a great time. I don't think I'll ever go back.
You got your one
Yeah,
EDC
she's crossed it
experience
off
out
her
of the way.
bucket list. Yeah,
There you
she's
go.
got it off her bucket list. We're good. We can move forward now.
Nice, nice.
Life,
Yeah, I
yeah.
yeah, I just like I've never understood the raves. I've never understood, you know, EDM and all that kind of stuff. Like I like back in the back in the day when like DJs and mixers were actually like doing stuff up there. Like I get it. Like it like I mean the like some of the original mixing
Mhm.
that that was going on was like there was a kid that like he was playing a record in his
Doing a
bedroom
little
or something and yeah, like that kind of stuff. He's just like
scratching.
stuck his scratching it like all that like
Honestly,
that kind of built from everything kind of built from that. But like you said, now it's just kind of like
but but they
everything
are
is so computer driven. It's like it does take talent 100%, but I don't know, man. I just
the thing is they're more producers. Like they're actually making these beats that they're putting like popular vocals over, and they're
right.
turning them in like, so it actually is, they're very musical people. But
Oh,
like
for
when
sure.
I expect like a performance, like for example, like I was there for like 7 hours, and the
Hmm.
only thing you really hear for the most part, like 90% of what like any of them say, because like I like hearing like a little bit of personality from like the people
Yeah.
who are like, I like getting in, like, oh, this dude's cool, or oh, this chick's cool, like, but like
Yeah.
literally all you hear is like 1 2 1 2 3, like just like right before the beat drops. And like they're
Yeah.
literally just trying to get people to like jump and to dance, and like, which is cool, but like I feel like for a festival, it's not like, it's just like you would almost just expect it in like a club in South Beach or Vegas, like
Yeah.
more so than in a field where you would normally be used to like drums and guitars.
Yeah.
And also, dude, there's like multiple stages happening. So like you could be standing in a place where you're hearing two different beats at the same time. And
Yeah. That's a
I don't know
little
about
odd.
you. I don't know about you, but that's just not my favorite thing.
No, no, I gotta no, I can't do that kind of stuff, man. No, yeah, no,
But
that's
dude, we had a
that's
really good
tough.
time. Like I
That's good
sound,
though.
yeah, like, and maybe what was getting me through it was knowing that at the end of the night I was gonna go to Gringos Locos and get some burritos. But like,
Yes,
I don't know. It's whatever it takes. Like if because you gotta go through things and get
sure.
through things to equal the promised land. And if that's the burrito at the end of the night,
Hey,
safe in bed, like, and you're just gonna power through till that moment, and
yeah,
not in a negative way, because the thing is, it was never like, oh, why are we still here? It was like we were having fun the entire time. Drinks
yeah,
though, so expensive. Like,
dude, it's ridiculous.
yeah, like, you can't even get drunk, like, unless you're Elon Musk, like, good luck even getting drunk.
But it was probably for a natty light, it was probably like 12 bucks, 12
I,
bucks
I wouldn't
or
know
something like
because I
that.
wasn't playing beer pong, but um but like for like they had like this watermelon vodka water that Emily got, and they were like $14. But like
It's ridiculous,
for like
dude.
a cocktail drink, you're talking
Probably 20 bucks, 20ish.
$25.
Yeah,
You're
that's
talking
just Well, and that's on top of the ticket price and all that. Like it's just dude, stuff like that's just gotten out of hand. It's
It's
crazy.
where are these people getting money to do it? Like
I
how are 20,000 people showing up to something like this and drinking and eating? And dude, also this thing went on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Holy cow.
Yeah, not for me. Not for me. Just
Yeah, I
Friday.
know. Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah.
I'm
I
a
mean,
one and
if
I'm
you
a
did,
one and done
if
kind
you,
of guy.
I was gonna say, if you did 3 days of that, dude,
I wouldn't be here right now. My head
I
would
was
just
gonna- yeah.
still be going. Dude, also, you'll love this. There are these like fans to cool yourself off.
Okay.
And like literally like people were just walking around like fans that you could like that you could literally hold in one hand and like they would go out, and like just big fans that they could just carry around, like manual fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And dude, these people, I don't know what drugs they were on, but this is what they
Oh,
were
gosh.
doing. Just walking around going like with the beat of the music with these fans. So you'd literally just
Wow.
be walking and then you just hear right behind you. And dude, people are dressed like they were describing costumes. Like everybody's in costume. Like
Oh my
we were,
gosh.
yeah, we were just like normally dressed people, and that's what made us not fit in. And like, dude, people are like basically naked or like wearing fairy costumes. Like it's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's like some mix of electronic dance slash
there are people dressed as SpongeBob
festival
there.
slash Comic-Con.
You can bring anything in this place too. Like I'm talking like glow sticks, glow in the dark whips were there. Like it was, dude.
So we've also got BDSM going on in here. Like what?
Dude,
What
that's what I'm
is
saying.
this? Like what in the world, dude?
It's just the culture. Like trust me. Like I said, I go to rock shows, but
Yeah.
this is like
this is not my. This does not sound like my cup of tea. But you know,
you got to
mean,
experience all angles of life.
that is true.
You got to immerse yourself in all cultures, and this was definitely one that I've never done before. So
Yeah. Wow. That's an experience, dude.
yeah, we were being invited back to Airbnbs afterwards. We're like, we literally live down the road. We're going home.
Yeah. You're like, I want to go back to
Yeah.
my bed.
My dogs need to eat.
Yeah. Like, I'm a responsible human being.
Yeah, I need a burrito.
I was bribed with a Gringos Locos.
Yeah. Damn it, I'm gonna get that burrito. I'm not going 40 miles in the opposite direction. But yeah, that
wow.
yeah, man. With that Nashville, all these
Yeah.
things I've been doing.
How was old Nash Vegas, bro?
Dude, I was literally thinking as that was coming out of my mouth, I was like, I think I talked to you before Nashville.
Yeah, I think we recorded an episode like right before you went to Nashville.
Literally,
So,
yeah. Dude, Nashville
yeah.
is filled with barbecue food, hot
Mm.
Nashville chicken, the best pizza place in the world that we found. Like that
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, it was crazy good.
Ooh.
Shout out to, I think it was called 5 Pence Pizza or something, which
Oh, okay.
I don't feel like that's right as I'm saying it, but it's close enough that if you Google that, you would definitely find it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It had some amazing pizzas. It had this like this white pizza with like all the like a cream sauce pizza.
ooh, yummy.
Like some of those are like a little bland in my
Yeah,
opinion, but this
they
one
can be.
was so loaded with garlic that it was
Mm,
just like the best thing in the world.
dude,
But
sounds amazing.
dude, we this is embarrassing, but we drank so much like for 4 days
Uh-huh.
that like, but I'm talking, it was like we never stopped. That like
Yeah.
we never felt bad. Like it was like there was no time to have a hangover. Like we
Yeah.
literally, because we were so on the go and like there was so much live music everywhere that it was just like, oh, wake up, okay, cool, here we go. Like hop. And
Wow.
yeah, it was so much fun though. The live music there
That's
is
awesome.
genuinely insane, like how impressive it is and like how talented everybody is. Like on every corner there, you could just like hit record on your phone and be like, oh, this belongs on the radio. Oh, this guy knows every single song. Like it's, dude, there's like human jukeboxes there. Like it's crazy.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, no, like I've heard amazing things about Nashville. Like I've briefly been there like a couple of times. Like I like when I was a kid, we used to drive through Nashville,
Yeah.
to get places, and then I went to Nashville once for it was my 14th birthday.
Mhm.
My Bubba Burger was the at the time was the official burger of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and my dad was able to score some tickets to go see the Jaguars play in Nashville, to play the Titans, and
Nice.
got to fly on the team plane and do
Whoa.
that. But yeah, but that like so that was like the longest I've stayed in Nashville, and that was like a day and a half. So it wasn't really like we flew up there on the team plane. You like you get to the hotel, you go out to dinner, you go back to the hotel, and then you get up the next morning and you get on the buses that that transport you to the stadium. You stay for the game, and then like you go and then
Are
you
you
go to the airport. So
are you on
like,
the
I
bus
didn't
with
really.
you're on the bus with the team at this point? Like going to the
Yeah,
game?
yeah.
Okay, that's way cooler than
Oh yeah, no.
Nashville.
Oh yeah, no.
So-
It was. I mean, it was way super cool, especially as like as a 14-year-old kid, and like it's a rare. It was a pretty darn cool experience.
Did, did you get any
But
playing time?
yeah, 14-year-old blind guy, probably.
Like I could see
Yeah.
you as like solid wide receiver.
Man, I don't know. I was kind of leaned more toward like I don't know. I was probably more like I think I was a wily little cornerback. Like
Yeah.
at the time my 5 foot like 6 inch frame, 130 pounds or whatever I was
You
back
might
in the
be
day.
you might be perfect for kickoff returns.
That's a good point.
Just
Little-
go,
little-
man. Just
yeah,
run.
maybe a third down scat back. Yeah.
Dude,
No, no,
that's a sick experience. Way to one up my Nashville.
no, it's just funny because like I was thinking back, I was like, wow, like that's actually like I was like, wow, I actually went there like 14 years ago this upcoming weekend. So
Oh,
it's like, or not 18 years ago this, or 17 years ago this upcoming weekend, I think, or something
math.
like that. Like, yeah, I don't know what it was. So I'm turning 31 this weekend, so I'm like, oh my god,
This weekend?
yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, like I'm getting old, bro.
So
I'm
wait,
getting old.
and you're leaving tomorrow to
Yeah. Take off tomorrow, so I'll be in Dubai for my birthday. So it'll be fun.
but you're not even gonna be able to celebrate too hard because you got a big competition coming up, right?
That is correct. So yeah, no, not gonna celebrate until probably the following weekend. So
You'll
because
still
I
be able to
got
get some like good food, I would think, right?
oh yeah, totally. Like
Nice.
we're staying at a couple like we're staying at a pretty nice hotel in Dubai.
Mhm.
So I'm sure we'll eat something good. And then we transfer over to Abu Dhabi on Monday, and we're staying at a really nice place in Abu Dhabi. And yeah, so and
Are
then
any of the Jaguars coming over to see you compete?
nope, no.
Dude, you
All yeah.
supported them and they're not supporting you
I
now. I don't understand.
I know, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Nah.
Jacksonville.
Yep. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I
Yeah,
guess they're in season.
I mean, they are in season, but it is their bye week this weekend.
Is it
So
actually?
it actually is their
Oh,
bye week this weekend.
shame.
I
Shame on
know.
Jacksonville.
I know, but then then they I think they play at home against Baltimore the following weekend. So
Dude,
I mean,
I didn't know you were such a NFL guru.
yeah, no, I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida. Like when you grow up in Northeast Florida, basically Southern Georgia. I mean, football is basically religion. Like
Yeah, but
you
dude, I mean, come on. When I was growing up and like even for Super Bowls, like I was like screw this. Like my whole family would be coming over. I'm like, I can't even watch this game. I'm out. So like as far as being like a sports like nut goes, like
Yeah.
I honestly like I'm in my best years now
Yeah.
than back then. Like I just after I lost my sight and like I was like, okay, hockey was everything to me. Like I just
For sure.
completely checked out of like paying attention to any sport and like keeping up to date with it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like I could probably like I don't know if I could rattle off that Jacksonville's having a bye week or anything like that, but you know, Orlando doesn't have an NFL team, so that's something.
No. Yeah. No, I mean it's hard. It's hard when like you're like when your hometown or like where you grew up is like,
Not very
it's
good.
yeah, I mean like you got the Magic who stunk since like 1996. Um,
Dude, Emily and I
you
got
know.
engaged after a Magic game, so we are
Okay.
loyal Magic fans.
Yeah, okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
We've got
Uh,
jerseys from that night that literally have the date on the back of the
oh,
jersey.
okay, that's fun. That's fun. Uh, and then I mean, but yeah, man, it's hard like when you don't like when your hometown is not like specifically tied to a franchise or anything like that. Like so, like I grew up in Jacksonville, and the Jaguars like kind of came into existence. When I was coming into existence, if that makes sense. So
Wow.
like, so
I
like
think you're doing
Jacksonville.
better than they are too, honestly.
I would like to think so. I mean, like, you know, I made it to the Paralympics. They haven't
Yeah,
made it to a Super Bowl yet, so
right.
I think I'm winning. So,
And you're about
I
to
mean, they've
win. You're about to
we'll see.
win coming up this next week too. I can say it, man. I've been doing my research like the past like
Yeah,
week and a half on
yeah.
all your competition.
Is that right? Love it, bro. Love it. But no, man. So yeah, no, I like I've been a crazy sports nut since I was a kid. But and even though like even when I could see a little bit,
Yeah.
I was never like I had a hard time watching games on television because even when I could see, like my vision was terrible.
Uh-huh.
So what I actually really got into was the radio broadcasts of games, and so even now, thank goodness for the internet.
Okay. Yeah. Here's my question though.
I'm able to like stream like the hometown broadcast of
Okay.
the Jaguars and stuff.
But do
So
you go to the hometown broadcast or have you found your favorite people on YouTube by any chance?
I tend to go to the hometown broadcast.
Dude, you need to go check out some of these YouTubers that have taken
Yeah.
is to a whole nother level for us.
Okay.
Because I really feel like when I'm listening to whether it's a Tampa Bay Lightning game, like I mean, when I'm watching the UFC, I'll sit in front of the actual TV. But
Mhm.
like for football, basketball, and hockey, there are some people on YouTube for every like team sport too. Like everybody's got their team specifically.
Yeah.
Dude, there's some people that I literally feel like when I'm listening to, I'm like, they're doing this for blind people. And it
That's
feels
awesome.
awesome because
That's
it's
awesome.
next level than listening to the radio broadcast.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's so much more fun. And you feel like
Okay.
you're like a part of like a small little thing. And they're like, dude, check it out. Like for any games, like just go to YouTube and type in like live stream of whatever team game is going on. And
Okay.
just you'll find one that you like. You'll find ones that like, kind of annoy you, but you will definitely it's more of a hang.
Yeah.
And it's cool to be a part of like their hang than like listening to a radio broadcast sometimes. Check it out. I'm curious to see what you
Okay.
think.
Yeah. I'll see what I'll see what I can dig up and find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to give it a shot.
Yeah, man.
So, but yeah, no, it's I'm a loyal listener though, so it's hard for me to break from my mold, but I
Dude,
will do it. I will attempt. So
I'm just gonna start a YouTube stream now of me calling the Jaguars games just to make sure you tune in. I'm like, we got Kyle Kuhn on the field now. Coming in.
Oh my gosh, bro. That's
But
crazy. Oh, you're ridiculous.
I get that a lot too.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
But
Ah.
how's training been? How have your weeks been?
Oh, dude, they've been good. I've had some couple of I've had a the last week or so has been really good in terms of training. I've been running and biking really well. My swim is it is what it is. Just been dealing with a chronic shoulder injury for the whole year.
Mhm.
So that's still been hampering me a little bit, but overall, man, like I'm probably biking and running as good or better than I ever have. So that's something to be positive about. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting back out there and racing because it's been a while. So like, I mean, I haven't raced since I haven't raced a triathlon since Swansea.
For sure.
And it's just different when um I mean, like, just world championship is like world championships. That's just a whole nother ball game. I mean, this is the deepest field that I will have ever competed in. Like, I would argue that this is a deeper, more competitive field than the Paralympics was. So it's gonna be really exciting, and it's gonna be fun to go out there and test myself against these guys. So yeah, just looking forward to it.
At what point do you feel like nerves start to kick in?
Um,
Or do you like just procrastinate from those thoughts? Like, do you just like keep them pretty much at bay, or do they start to kick in like while you're training, or like going to the airport, or when you land, or like what's the typical feeling of nerves for you?
yeah, I mean, I think there's always just this little bit of like there's always this little bit of nervousness under the surface.
Mhm.
Um, I definitely start to feel it a couple days out from the race. So probably like I really start to feel it at like you know swim, bike, and run course familiarizations, which are usually the day or the day before
Yeah.
the race. So that'll be on like Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Because like now you're on the course and like you're feeling antsy, you're feeling springy, and you're doing the course familiarizations right next to all your competition, and
Mhm.
everyone's like trying to play it cool. Some people are trying to to flex and look stronger than they really are. Some people are trying to you know, sandbag and look weaker than they are, and like so like there's definitely you definitely start to feel some of the nerves around that time. But then like I mean, dude, it really kicks in full force like morning of. Um, I like my my race routine, like my morning pre-race routine
Yeah,
is I mean, I'm just like jittery, like
for
right from
sure.
the get-go. And then once the gun goes off, it's just put your head down and you just go. So but I think nerves are
Oh,
a super important healthy
yeah.
part of the whole experience. I mean, you know because everyone's like, oh, you like it's so important not to be nervous, and I'm like, no, like I think being nervous
No,
is super important because nerves show you care,
right.
and if you didn't care, then why are you out there doing it? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, no matter how many times you get up on a stage and perform, or no matter how many times you get in front of a camera to do a live stream or anything like that, like I'm sure there's there's a tiny little flutter of nerves in you, because otherwise you wouldn't keep on
Well,
the uh doing the streams and getting up on stage,
well, it goes back to the word you were saying, like before I asked my question, you were saying excited. And I think
Yeah,
the second that you don't feel nervous for something, you're also not gonna feel excited.
exactly.
Yeah, so like I'm right there with you. Like I think fear and excitement also go hand in hand. Like it's crazy. Like but if
100%.
you because if you can't overcome the fear, yeah, it'll take you over. But once you do, it's like, oh, this is where I'm meant to be. Like, because
Yeah.
you've been honing your skills. Like that's all it takes to get to that point where it's just like, okay, cool. The nervousness and the excitement actually work together.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. No, and it's yeah, it's a cool experience. And yeah, no, it's just like I love I love that we get to do the kind of stuff that we do, and we get to put ourselves out there doing the craziness that we do. So we'll see how it goes. This race will be it'll be streamed
Oh,
live
wow.
on the internet. So we'll hopefully they have some decent coverage
That's cool.
of the
That's really
race.
cool.
So yeah,
Do you have
it'll be like 11 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday night. But if you wanna
on
hang
Wednesday
up,
night?
yeah, on Wednesday night
Okay.
next week. So like if you wanna hang out and watch it, that'd
And
be
what it normally lasts like an hour and
yeah,
some
it's about an hour.
change.
Yeah, that's hour and change, like hour,
Will
hour to
will
hour and
there
5
be
minutes.
somebody
So
like commentating it, like being like, Kyle's in this place and blah blah?
there should be,
Because I'll
but
definitely tune in for that.
yeah, there should be, and if there isn't, just turn it off and go to bed, dude.
Dude, what if I host a live stream of a watch party of this?
Oh, that could be fun.
That's like, because that's what I'm talking about. That's what you should go to watch the Jaguars game. What if I do that for your race and then you go back and hear it and you're like, oh, this is what I need in my life.
I like the way you're thinking, man. I like the way you're thinking.
Trying to win you over.
This is the way we this is how we grow paratriathlon, man. Like this
Okay.
is how we get fans. Like
I don't know how many people are in the market of watching a blind guy watch blind people race though.
dude, it's
That's the
as long
future.
as you're entertaining, I don't think
I will
people
be.
care.
I will definitely be entertaining. I don't know if I'll be giving valid information though.
Probably not, but
I'll just be like, Kyle's winning like the whole time.
Meanwhile, Kyle's in last place.
Yeah. I'm like, Kyle won this thing. Like, I don't. Everybody else should just go home.
Everyone's a winner here today.
Yeah. Hey,
Uh,
here's a serious question though. Like, do you
Sure.
have, because you were saying like every like the ego flexing kind of thing, like during the like checking out the course.
Mhm.
Like, do you have like a protocol with your guide? Like, do you have him basically like, hey, like scope these out, like scope these people out for me, tell me like, give me the lay of the land, or do you kind of like with him, do you kind of just be like, keep it to yourself? Like, I'm good. I don't need to like get any like, pre-knowledge of what you're feeling, like of the visual assessment of things.
Uh, for the most part, I honestly don't care what
For sure.
what other people are
Well, does he tell you
looking
stuff?
like.
Like, does he give
Nah,
you?
like we primarily focus we focus on the course itself. Like we're so dialed in, and we have to focus so heavily on like, okay, like how are we going to set up for this particular U-turn on the bike course? How are we going to set up so that we do we stay seated coming out of this U-turn, or do we stand up coming out of this U-turn? Do we if we get to this point in the course and we're on lap number 3, is it lap 3 that we decide to really lay down power and make our move? So we're really dialed it. Like we try to be dialed into like being present on the course and really trying to memorize the course and know where we can launch attacks, where we need to respond to other people's attacks, that kind of stuff. So that's more of what we focus on, because
Are you running, biking, swimming, this whole thing?
yeah.
So you're the day before, you're what are you doing, like 60%, or what are you?
So we'll normally swim at least one lap of the swim course. So the swim course is 750 meters, which for us is, I mean, that's a drop in the bucket. That's nothing.
But you
So
have to
like
do that multiple times during the race.
No, so the rate, like the race itself is only a like the swim is 750 meters.
Okay.
And then the bike is 20 kilometers and the run is 5 kilometers.
Mhm.
So the swim, so we usually swim the entire swim course to know what it's like. Sometimes we'll do only one lap, sometimes we'll do 2 laps. Because like we're used to swimming 3,000 to 4,000 meters a day. Like,
Mhm.
so like swimming 750 to 1,500 meters easy is no big deal for us.
Mhm.
And then the bike course is usually it's laps. So like I think this particular bike course is 5 laps of 4 kilometers.
Okay.
So we might do like we might do 2 or 3 laps of the bike course, and like we're not going like
Yeah,
super
you're not
hard.
going all out on this.
Like we're not going all out. Like we might take a couple of the turns hard.
Mhm.
We might try to like get up to race speed in like in a few of the little technical bits, just to to see how the bike handles and see how we can set ourselves up for best success. And that's kind of like just priming the engine for the next day. And then for the run is I think this run is a 2-lap run course. So we'll run we'll run super easy, and we'll do at least 1 lap of the run. And we might do the entire 5K of the run, but just running super easy. But again, like that, like we're so like, I mean, I run like just in the course of a week, I swim 15,000 meters. I bike like 120, I bike 120 to 130 miles a week, and then I run like 50 to 60 miles a week. So so like doing
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt
doing
anything.
it, like doing all this stuff like the day before, like at a super easy effort, doesn't really hurt. And it's more for the mental mapping and
Yeah.
stuff, and like because the better the course, the better stuff, the better you're going to perform. It's no different than like running through a set list the day before.
I've never done that.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say like
Yeah, that might explain something. I should have done that.
so like no, like I mean, like just like when you're doing it's all the like the race previews is like it's like we're running through the set, like we're just running through the set list. We are we're doing sound checks, like that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So that's all we're doing. And then like you get to the the performance, and you put on a show, and sometimes sometimes you feel inspired and you improvise a little bit. Sometimes you stick to the script, and you stick to the every beat and note, and and then sometimes you have to respond to what the crowd wants, or what your bandmates want. So yeah, so it's pretty analogous to
I like it.
triathlon and performing on stage are pretty analogous to each other. So
Well, they're both very artistic. I like it.
they are. Yeah. That's why we get along so well, man.
You're
Like
you're an artistic athlete.
something like that. The funny thing is, there's actually it's at the training center right now. We have this huge artistic swimming camp that's here right now.
What do you mean?
So artistic swimming is what it used to be called synchronized swimming.
I know that, but it's
yeah.
changed.
So like so synchronized swimming is now called artistic swimming.
Really?
Yeah.
But
so
why though? Is synchronized like an offensive word?
I don't know.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I don't know, but I think I just chuckled
Are
at
we gonna
you.
get canceled for saying synchronized?
I don't care. I mean, dude,
Hey, man,
I
already got strikes on my
I've
YouTube channel.
dude, I've probably been canceled so many times already. Like I mean,
Kyle, I
like,
have legitimate strikes against my
really?
YouTube channel currently. Yes.
Why? What have you done?
Dude, I've done nothing. That's what's crazy. I don't even know if I should say it because it might get a strike on this episode too.
Are we offending people because our podcast is Blind Sweaters?
No, this has nothing to do with our show, but I had a
Okay.
jam. I had a conspiracy rock jam
What?
with Jake and Will from like 3 weeks ago, or like a week before the wedding.
Okay.
And we were just making conspiracies up. Like it was completely like comedy satire. Like we were literally like saying that like Chick-fil-A waffle fries are like what's responsible for mind control. Like just absurd things. And I got a strike against my channel for something that I guess was said. And I know nothing about it.
Wow.
Yeah, and like literally we fought the strike, and because it was like, yo, like they even say like for like artistic satire, like you're fine. So we like wrote
Yeah.
them back. They're like, you obviously didn't hear this video because there's nothing in here. And
Yeah.
the strike still stands. They
Huh.
wrote back saying we reviewed it, and the strike still stands.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I'm leaving it at
Yeah.
that. If you want to dig through, go check out the Conspiracy Rock Jam with Jake and Will and I.
Hmm.
It's still there.
But you know what I haven't noticed, that's not on the YouTube channel yet is birthday
Yes, it
party
is.
jam part 2.
Are you not on part 1?
No.
Okay, the computer crashed again, uploading. Part 2.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, dude! I was
Yeah. So part 3 was the first one that uploaded.
That's
and
so
that was-
funny.
And
You're
then part
just
1,
not
and then
there yet.
part 1 uploaded, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I must have been terrible that night. Like he's
Dude,
not wanting to put me on the channel.
we're actually still in the studio trying to doctor it up, trying to make it sound presentable.
They're like, oh my god, Kyle was way too drunk
Dude,
that night, and like I could so see David. I could so see David like
David's
tinkering
trying
in
to
there,
time
like,
align your
like,
live drums.
exactly. I could so see him doing that.
David's adding drum samples to your performance.
Calling up Raquel, being like, oh Raquel, I need you to get in the studio, and we need to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
like,
recut this live.
we're gonna have to
performance.
recut this.
Dude, that's so funny. we just actually trashed the whole thing. We took one listen to it, and we're just like, part 2 is not happening. I don't know about this part 2. Maybe nobody will notice that it went from part 1 to part 3.
Well, no, dude, it went from part 3 to part 1, and then like part 2 is just not there. And then part 3, like, I listened, like I was scrolling through, and
Dude,
like,
part 3 is wild, by the way.
it's crazy.
We
and then
are
like it
so
cuts,
drunk by part 3.
I know, man, it's so
Like-
insane. And then like the Garcia family gets up there, and it just
And then it cuts out again. And then it cuts out again. That by that point, it like the hard
was
drive
just-
the hard drive started dropping frames by the end of the night for that one.
Wow.
And that's why their performance got cut out, which
Oh, that
sucked, but-
stinks, man.
I know. But dude, listening to part 3 is so funny because I'm just
Dude, it's
like,
hilarious.
yeah, like I still sound good on guitar, but when I'm like talking, I just sound
Oh, you
like,
can so tell, man. You are.
I sound like I'm having the time of my life. Like
You were.
yeah, like and like Corey, Will, and I are just completely insane by part 3.
Oh, dude, it's so wild, man.
I don't know if
Like,
you heard the Tool sober cover, but by the end of that
I
one,
did.
we're
That's
literally
awesome.
just screaming Buzzkill Betty over it. We're just
I
like,
did.
Buzzkill Betty.
It was so awesome, bro.
Yeah, no, honestly, that, and then listening to part 1, man, we got to get part 2 up for you. I'm sorry.
I know,
But-
man. Like, get part 2 up, because that's where we debut Buzzkill Betty, man. Like, no one's gonna appreciate the real. Like, you got to appreciate the real Buzzkill Betty before we
Oh
get
my-
to the Tool Buzzkill Betty. Come on, man. People will understand it so much more.
This is why you went to school for marketing, and I know absolutely nothing still. Kyle, I need you to teach me these things, man.
That's the best teacher is experience, Jared. You just got to get out and do
I'll
it.
never learn. I'm still trying. I'm putting out part 3. I'm like, dude, you know what I am? I'm Quentin Tarantino. I'm showing you the end of the movie.
Yeah,
and then
yeah. You're
then
just,
we're
this is just a classic Pulp Fiction. Like this is just gonna be a
Yeah.
classic, man.
what's in that briefcase? Part 3. Dude, that's really what I'm doing. This actually was fully thought out, and
I totally believe it.
the whole reason behind it was to get you a little bit upset so you could just take it out on me in this podcast.
Oh, I so believe that.
Everything I do has a master plan behind it.
100%. I totally get that.
No, dude, it's gonna be up, and you know what?
I know.
It's gonna be up while you're in Dubai, and you're gonna be like, guys, I know what we could check out right now just to kill some time, and it's gonna be like Jared's birthday show part 2, and you're gonna be like, that's me. See that, I'm actually just giving it some time so you have like the best experience of watching it for the first time.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. It's gonna be fun.
Let's kill Betty.
Oh,
Dude,
dude.
but part 1 though, I will say, listening
That
back
was
to
fun,
part
man.
1,
Man, you guys were
Jake, Will, Rigel, and I. Oh my gosh, we sounded so good.
you guys were tearing it up, man. It
Not
was
to
awesome.
toot my own horn, but I was just like literally like listening. to that,
Nah,
like,
dude, you were in the flow, man, and it was
then-
awesome.
And then, man, Rigel, Will, and I, just as a trio, which we do call that Blind Apothecary. That is our band name. Shout out
Nice.
to Blind Apothecary. We're the medicine men. And
I like it.
dude, seriously, like listening back to that, I was like, is there a better trio? Is there one that is there better than this? Like as far as trio improv wacky music, I think we're the best in the biz, and I'm gonna stand behind
It's
that.
pretty, yeah. It's pretty darn good, man. Like it's pretty darn good.
It is just it's musical. It can be vibey. It can
Yeah.
go to crazy circus places.
Yeah.
It is just as far as trio improv music goes, I'd put us up against anyone.
Yeah. No, dude, I agree, man. Like it's fun, like, and it's just cool to, I think we've talked about this before, but like just like being able to feed off of each other. And like, just knowing how each other grooves, and Will can feed off of you, and then you feed off of Rigel. It's just it and like you all like you fall into this this thing where it just like
It's a conversation.
everyone it's a musical conversation. That's all it is. And I think that's one of the coolest things. And like granted, it's I was a wee bit tipsy up there when
I can't wait to hear
I
it.
was,
Like
oh dude, I
now I
same.
need to hear yours. Like because I
Yeah.
have not heard any part of part 2.
Yeah, so like
I know you
I'm
think
actually
we've been doctoring it up, but
no, I'm actually curious to hear if like it, like because like back in the day, like you and I, like we had that groove, and that we were able to have that seamless flowy
for
musical
sure.
conversation.
It
So
just takes some
I'm
time.
curious. Yeah, so I'm actually curious to go back and listen and see like at least when I was up there on stage, it felt like we still had it. Like I was definitely a little rusty.
You weren't rusty. You were just more reserved. Rusty
Yeah.
is not the right word. Reserved, I think, would be like because you were just like. I think there was like less of like Kyle's going off here now. Like there was
Yeah.
just less of that because A, you've never been there. Like B, you've never jammed like with Will. Like so, I think you were just like keeping it chill. Where
Yeah,
like, my memory is like you would go from like 0 to like you there was more dynamics to our old jams than I feel like
there
this one.
were. Yeah, no, this one definitely did. Like I definitely well, I also was like, this is, I mean, it did, like, let's be honest, that was your night, and like I was like,
Oh,
like,
come on.
come on, bro, like that was your night, and I was like, you know what, whatever I do back here on this drum kit, I gotta make sure that Jared shines like that.
Oh, wow.
That's like,
oh wow, now I
that's-
really want to hear it. Now I gotta hear my moment. You're telling me you let me have the spotlight more than like Rigel was, dude. If that's the case, this is gonna be the highlighted part of the jam night. Dude, you didn't tell me you were just the smartest drummer of the night. Now I get it.
No, dude, like like, well, that's like, so that's one of the things that you learn, like you learn over time as a drummer, as a percussionist. Like, you know, there's all these things, like you gotta like understand what your role is. Like as a drummer, you're not hired, like everyone loves a good drum solo, but you're not brought on into the band, and you're not brought up on stage to, you know, to be the star of the show, you know, unless you're like unless you're Neil Peart or Carter Beauford or Lionel
Rigel
Lewis
is
or some,
definitely
or
the
you know,
star. Rigel
oh,
is the
hey, oh
star.
yeah, and
He's,
like and Rigel for sure, but
he's
like, you
fired
know,
now after this conversation.
but like, you know, and like, and the funny thing is that Diaz and I had this discussion, you know, at dinner at your wedding, and
Yeah.
it's like, look, like the role of a drummer is to be the backbone, to be the,
Dude,
you know,
that's the role
to
of a
be the
lazy drummer.
well,
That's
I mean,
the role of a lazy.
it's to be the backbone, and to be
Yeah.
like, everyone can, like, if someone, like, if the guitarist is like shredding and he like for some reason loses his tempo, he can always fall back and rely on that drummer. He's like, you've got it, like drummer,
yeah.
like I've like I'm
For
keeping
sure.
it for you. And then but then like I'm having to, you know, as a drummer, you're having to be tuned into, you know, you're having to be tuned into everything. You have to keep your eyes, your ears, and, you know, wide open, and be in the present moment. And there were times where I tried to, you know, I tried to drive things, and I tried to steer you or Will in
Yeah.
a certain direction. But like, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like, it's fun, man. Like, so I'm curious and interested to go back and hear once part 2 gets uploaded.
Well, maybe by like 2026 you'll get to.
Maybe.
No, but
So,
I understand
tell
what
you
you're
what,
saying, because
I'm not booking a trip to come jam with you in the studio until part 2 gets uploaded.
dude,
How about
part
that?
1, part 3 are up. Part 2 is on its way. It's on its way. Dude, but I know what you mean, man. And honestly, like, because Will, Rigel, and I, we subscribe to that backbone, but we also subscribe to chaos. Like,
Oh,
there
absolutely.
is times where it's just like, where are we right now? Like, where
Totally.
is the one? Like, because like I'm like, and Rigel's just like, like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
are we matching each other, or are we just like aimlessly wandering this planet?
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah.
where will
Well,
we
no.
land?
Well, no, and it's like, it's kind of like, it's kind of fun and cool. Like, you know, that video I sent you the other day about, you
Yeah.
know, it was the drummer, you know, playing one song over another song, but it worked. So
For
like,
sure.
you like it so that's kind of the fun thing. Like, you know, Rigel, Will, and you could all be playing something different, but it meshes, and like the conversation flows together, and like you guys all wind up sounding really cool and really amazing.
Will and I got really lucky on meeting Rigel, because Will and I have been these just a wacky partnership of music for a very long time, like living in
Yeah.
California. It was just like, okay, are we writing songs together, or should we just like start a circus? Like, because Will and I are
Yeah.
just like, you put instruments in Will and I's hands, I don't care if we even play those instruments, we're gonna be playing perfectly in time together
Yeah.
and creating probably some avant-garde thing that has never been heard before, but we're just like, oh, this is the best thing we've ever done. Like, and then
Yeah.
we meet Rigel, and he's just like equally like, as like, oh, like the way that Rigel feels about jamming with Will and I is like, it's the way we feel about playing with him. We're just like, dude, you're perfect for, like, he's got jazz hands, he's like very
Love it.
shred, like he can like play to anything, and like there, like when we're playing with him, I'm genuinely trying to keep up with him, and then we
Yeah.
finish and he's just like, I can't keep up with you guys. We're like, what? Like, because like dude, my right hand is like, I'll be like struggling just to keep up the tempo, like
Yeah.
often. And Will, dude, you listen to Will and Rigel, like just the way that they're lined up, and Will just never gets tired. Like, it's
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
I like, did he take a break all night? Like, like I feel like,
maybe, but well, by the time the Garcias got there, he took a break. When Corey was
oh
doing
yeah,
acoustic guitar, he took a break. But dude, he first of all, by
but like
part
I mean,
three,
but
he's blacked out. Let's put it that way.
yeah.
Like by part three, he's just in robot bass mode, and that's like he thrives in that world.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah,
So cool.
wild
So
man,
awesome.
wild man. That will.
Oh, love it.
Dude,
Love it, bro.
we'll get part two up though for you.
I know, man. I'm just giving you shit. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I accept it. I accept it. But dude, what's the plan? You're flying out tomorrow?
Yep, fly out tomorrow afternoon. You know, it's right now I'm in the middle of packing and like, you know, making sure that I have all of you know, make sure I have everything. So like, you know, having enough workout clothes, having enough, you know, lounge around clothes, making sure that I have, you know, my race shoes, my backup, your race shoes, my training shoes, my helmet, all of my various, you know, swim and run tethers, you know, my race kit, you know, all of these little things. And then, you know, making sure that I have all of my various supplements like my iron, my fish oil, my turmeric, um, my vitamin D, like just making sure that I have all of that kind of stuff, you know, packed away and ready to go. But then I'm also I'm also juggling. I'm kind of sort of having to pack for two trips because like so I fly back on the 27th, but then and I get back at like 10 o'clock at night on the 27th. But then I have a flight at 6 a.m. the next morning to go to New Jersey to get my new guide dog.
Oh
So
wow.
I'm like half packing for that trip as well. So so yeah, I'm my hopefully you know hopefully I'm blocking the camera enough so that you can't like the viewers don't see the disaster that is my dorm room right now, because it's just an explosion of like suitcases
Is that
and
a poster of
yeah.
me back there?
It might be.
Dude, that's cool, man. I actually I heard that you were getting a new guide dog, but you hadn't mentioned it to me yet.
Yeah, no, so well it was like it wasn't a guarantee, you know, and like, you know, it's just it's been one of those things with you know, with you know the seeing eye is still in they're still pretty cautious around like COVID protocols and stuff, and you know, and then like because I was, you know, going to be coming from the Middle East, there was a lot of, you know, we had to make sure that I could you know, get through all of their COVID protocols and all of that, and then we had to just find the right timing, for me to go,
Well,
to get the
congratulations.
dog as well. So
That's very
but
exciting.
yeah, so I'm pumped. It's going to be nice to have a dog again. It's the longest I've gone without having a guide dog
How
since.
long has it been?
So Sky, my last dog retired in December, so it's been going on 11 months now.
Wow.
So it'll be like right around, like it'll be just shy of a year. And like I like, you know, I got my first guide dog in June of 2009.
Okay. And 11
And
months is the longest.
yeah, 11 months is the longest I've gone without having a dog. So like I had Tyrone from 2009 to 2016, and he passed away in June of 2016, and then I got Sky in August of 2016.
Wow.
And then
I remember Tyrone. I do.
yep, he
What a cool dog.
yeah, he and Rhodey
Yeah, for sure. They
pow
did.
wowed a bit.
They
So
did. They definitely did.
so yep.
That's
But
cool. Do you have a name picked out for this dog?
no. So so they name the dog, they train it up, and I come in and I don't even know
That
what
makes
kind of.
That's like the dumbest question I could have ever asked. Of course, the dog already has a name.
It's all good, man. It's all good. So yeah, I have no idea. I honestly have no idea what kind of, like, I have no idea if I'm getting a golden retriever, a black lab, a yellow
Oh, really?
lab,
You don't
like
know?
a German Shepherd. I have no idea what dog I'm getting.
How come
Um,
though?
um, Largely it's, you know, on the one hand, it's like they think they have a good match and pairing for me.
Okay, but there's
Um,
options.
but there's a few, like there's a handful of options, and like they think they have the right dog for me. But like, they just want to, like, you go through a 1 to 2 day period of like just talking with instructors and like walking around and stuff, so that the instructors can get to know you, and then and then they go back to their the litter of dog options that they have, and they're like, okay, like, yes, we do have this confirmed, and like this is the dog for Kyle, or actually, on second thought, maybe this dog is the better fit. And so they don't, and then it's kind of fun and exciting not knowing what dog you're
it
getting,
is.
or until you get
baby.
there. It
Who
kind
wants
of is, kind of is, kind of is. I mean, it's basically, I'm basically like having my third kid already,
I like
So,
that.
so I'm like,
Who are
that's
you going to
why
Jersey with?
it's just me. Yeah,
Nice.
it's just me. Yeah, I'm
Nice.
just I fly out on the morning of the 28th, and yeah, I'll land I'll land on the afternoon of the 28th. I will probably still be severely jet lagged, and but yeah, but it'll be fun. So we'll if we can, we'll have to try and schedule an episode while I'm at the Seeing Eye, because I think that'd be a ton of fun. So
That would be, well, no pressure, man, but you got to bring that new baby a gold medal.
gonna do my best, bro. Gonna do my best.
Well, Kyle, this has been fun, because they're always fun.
Always a fun time, bro.
But dude, I want you to have a safe flight. I want you to
Thanks.
have a nice, relaxing time of getting into the groove of being in a different time zone in a different country. And but I want you to be safe, and I
Yep.
want you to really run with purpose and swim with passion, and bike with thoughts of me.
Ooh, did you cut out, man?
Are you serious? Did you not hear me?
I did not hear that last part. You totally like cut out. What
Which
the hell?
part? You didn't hear the bike part?
No, I didn't hear the bike part.
Didn't you hear the swim part?
I heard the swim part. I heard
Dude,
the
I
swim
want you to
with,
swim with
swim with
passion,
passion.
or swim with purpose, run
Yep,
with
yep.
passion, and I want you to bike with thoughts of me.
I figured that's what it was going toward, but I couldn't be sure.
That's what I want.
All
These
right,
are the
all right.
yeah.
All right, man. I
Is
will.
that
I will do my best. I will do my best, man.
But
I will
for
do my best.
everybody who's tuned in to another episode of Blind Sweaters, thank you. And please, like, subscribe, share,
Please,
ring the bell, for
Yep.
notifications. I think that exists.
supposedly.
Yeah, but seriously, thank you for being a part of Kyle and I's journey, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much, and yeah, like Jared said, hit that like, subscribe button, and join us again soon.
Thanks, Kyle. Seriously, man, keep in touch while you're over
Absolutely, bro. Will do.
there. All right, good luck, man.
Thanks, bro. Talk
Yeah.
to you soon.
Yeah.